Welcome to another edition of Trial by Magus. Today I'm going to be revisiting the Junkers Ju.87G Stuka Tier 5 German attack aircraft. This was one of the first airplanes that I did a voiceover review for. I was never satisfied with how the quality of the voiceover carried out there, so I'm going to revisit it here. Now, the Stuka began World War II as a dive bomber. That is not the aircraft you see here. This aircraft, the G model, was late war. This was after the Stuka had been pulled from dive bombing duty because it was not fast enough or well protected enough to go into combat zones where the Germans did not already have air superiority. She was just too easy to shoot down. So, this version of the airplane was produced and previous models were modified into this. They were given enhanced engines, enhanced armoring about the engine and the crew compartment here, and the forward-firing machine guns were removed. Bomb handling equipment was removed in order to mount these things. Those are 37mm board cannon Type O. These have a low rate of fire, but a long range for delivering hits. You see there it's almost out to a kilometer. And rate of fire is 45 per minute. Damage per second, 240. So the Stuka does not carry any kind of bombs or rockets, expendable ordnance like that, because she doesn't need to, because she's got two rocket launchers underneath the wings that effectively never run out of ammunition. The airplane is interesting to fly. She has a decent tail gun there, a twin 7.92mm machine gun there with a good rate of arc of fire to the sides, behind, and above the aircraft. It provides no defense below because it can't depress. The Stuka does have superior maneuverability to all competitors in the attacker class at Tier 5. It outmaneuvers the Henschel 129B, which is effectively a German IL-2 without a tail gunner. It handily outmaneuvers and is faster than the IL-2 and the IL-2 mod with a tail gunner. The Stuka's strength is not eliminating lots of ground targets quickly like the IL-2 and the IL-2 mod can, because they carry bombs and rockets. The Stuka's strength is in staying power, because it has the same hitting power against ground targets at the end of the match as it does at the beginning of the match. That's its strength in the ground game. Its real strength, though, is that it is very capable of dealing with any attacker that it finds on the enemy team that is not another Stuka. It will outmaneuver all of them. Dogfight all you want when that's your opposition. Now, key to doing this is paying attention to those guns and choosing crew abilities and or equipment that will reinforce that. Now, on my Stuka, I have gone for a pure toughness build here. I have improved covering, reinforced armor plates, and reinforced airframe. My pilot is built all around increasing the accuracy of those guns because their rate of fire is low, so when you pop off those shells, you want to make sure that they go where you are telling them to go. My rear gunner is built for first the increased burst length. That gives you a slight DPS boost. But the big ability I was going for with the gunner on this aircraft was precision gunner, which increases greatly the chance of delivering critical hits to any aircraft that the tail gunner is firing upon. And that is good because the tail gun on this thing does not put out a lot of damage. So if you can injure crew, bust wings, or knock out engines with your tail gun, that's extra bonus for you. And is much better protection than increasing the low damage output of that tail gunner. Now let's go ahead and show you a battle in this thing. This happened during the Japanese threat event, which, as you can see here, we are at the tail end of currently. The entire basis of this event is that each team was either Axis or Allied. All the planes on your team would be Axis or Allied aircraft, and that left the Axis with a distinct disadvantage because an Allied team with all those Sturmovix could quickly rack up a lot of supremacy points. So I found myself, when piloting any of my German attack aircraft, I would hang back and provide somewhat of a low-altitude combat air patrol over the biggest concentration of ground targets my team would have to defend. And I would do nothing but defend those targets against Sturmovix and other incoming aircraft for the first half of the match. If I had time after those aircraft were shot down, I would boost my way over to the enemy side of the map and try to take out as many ground targets as possible to boost my score up more. The Stuka is such a capable dogfighter against other attack aircraft. The amount of ground target points that I collected during these battles was 15-20% at most of my total supremacy points gained before the battle would end by all aircraft being shot down or the supremacy counter ticking over. Let's go ahead and take a look at this battle now. Good hunting.